Alcohol's been around since the Stone Age. Okay, it's nothing new. Alcohol's been around since the Neolithic period. What happened was some cavemen took some wheat, some sugar, and some grapes. They mixed it together and mixed it with water and fermented. They mixed it with a few other things and tried it, and they noticed it got them a little tipsy. Right? They probably didn't say tipsy, but they said something like that. You're dizzy, you're lightheaded, impaired vision and awareness. Anyone's ever seen or heard a police officer making someone take a drug test? They say, well, you got to walk a straight line. Well, you can't do that if you're really dizzy. Okay, it'd be difficult. That's a good way to test. You have slurred speech and you may be dehydrated. Here's a little trick that places and I guess shot companies are doing here. Can anyone tell me if there's any difference between these glasses, these cups? It's a shot glass.
Different volume on the inside.
Yeah, exactly. But they look the same size, though, right? Well, here's a quick little tip. Okay, this is a double shot of what this is, but we wouldn't know that. Only a savvy kind of drinker or someone who's kind of really paying attention would notice the difference of size in here. As you see, this one has much more glass. This is just glass here than what's here. You can pour more alcohol in this one. So if someone says, well, I only had one drink and you had one of these, you probably had two. Okay, something to think about. Okay, here's another drink that you might see here. This is Snooki, and she has a huge margarita glass. Okay, margarita is made with tequila. Tequila is typically made from Mexico, from the nopal, the cactus plant. Okay, and she's actually pouring 2 beers into this margarita. That's a lot of alcohol. That's a lot of alcohol she's consumed. Okay? It's also based on what type of alcohol you drink, how strong the alcohol is, Bacardi 151 versus a beer. The size of the drink, again, we talked about those shot glasses. One was very small, the other one was double the size. And then you've got caffeine and carbonated drinks. Okay? Nowadays, people are drinking bombs. Okay? They're drinking these Four Locos who have actually killed people. I don't know if anyone's heard this. You're mixing your caffeine with your alcohol, and you're getting some crazy effects going when you're mixing them with people's bodies. Additionally, if people are taking medication or prescription pills, you're putting some chemistry there that's really mixing with some bad results. You know, here are some Mexican beer ads. You've seen some of these commercials, and again, it's all this elegance. It's this nice, fine portrayal of what alcohol is. We got a young man who was 18 years old. We got it right here. He went to a party, says, hey, I'm going to try some alcohol. That's what we do in college. Let's have a good time. Probably had a little bit too much to drink. Young man probably had a little bit too much to drink, said, you know what, I'm walking home. Forget this party, whatever. He was drunk, and he passed out in a ditch, and he nearly froze to death. Okay, they transported him 3 days later. I think they found him 3 days later in a snowbank in Big Rapids. He suffered from hypothermia and alcohol poisoning. Don't know how much alcohol he had. Terrible story. We got any parents in here? Raise your hand if you're a parent. Now, how would you feel if you sent your son or daughter away for college and something like this happened? Because they were uneducated, because of peer pressure, because they just said, hey, we're just going to drink. That's what we do in college. Violence against women is a very serious societal problem. It's a human rights issue. Who in here, by a show of hands, got a piece of candy when they walked in this room today? Raise your hand if you got a piece of candy. Raise it high. Leave it up high for me. Keep it up. Raise it higher. You can raise it higher. Raise it higher. Raise it higher. If you received a piece of candy when you walked into this room today, statistics will tell us that 1 in 4 women will be a victim of abuse at some point in her lifetime. So out of the people in this room that just raised his hand, statistics will tell us, and you can put them down, thank you, that you will be a victim of abuse at some point in your life, and that's just sad. That's sad. That's more than sad. And I get real riled up when I talk about this, because it makes me angry. Because the other thing one thing is I have a lot of women in my life that I care about. If I ever find out that they've been a victim of abuse at some point, I don't want to talk about where I might go. Okay? The other thing is that statistics tell us that who's doing this abuse? Any guesses? Who's that? Men. That's it. Men are doing this abuse. Men are abusing women, and that makes me sick. That I have to identify with a group that does this stuff to women. Okay? Statistics will tell us that sexual assault is very big on a college campus. It's very big on a college campus as well.